So it's supposed to have teeny bubbles, like smaller than normal, because it is nitrogen infused cola, smaller bubbles, smoother taste. So it's supposed to come out with like a lot of foam, like a beer. And you're not supposed to use ice, and you're supposed to pour it like straight down really fast. Let me see what it says. I think it like tells you what to do. Okay, yeah. Smooth, creamy, easy to drink. Pour hard and drink easy. 1. Chill can. 2. Pour hard. 3. Admire and enjoy. I don't know if there's a glare. I think you could see it. The instructions. Alright, so I hope it fits into the glass that I brought, because this is the biggest glass I have. Alright, we're doing this. Did you hear that? Oh, jeez. Okay. Alright. I think it's okay. It's dripping. Please fit. Please fit. Okay, if it doesn't fit, I'm gonna stop there. There's a little bit left in the can. Okay, so you see all that foam. Let's give it a moment. Can't make ice sounds for you, sorry. Am I supposed to drink it with the foam or not? Well, we don't have all day, okay? So let's do it. Wow. Not gonna lie. It is creamy. Like, not just because I drank foam. Very different. Like, you know how the bubbles normally, like, you feel the bubbles? You know, we're used to it, but you know what I mean? They have like a sharpness to them. You don't feel that here. And the vanilla taste, like, is very strong. And it's really nice. Like, I like it. Would I buy it again? Only if I can find the zero sugar, because I mean, to me this is like, would be like having a dessert, and I don't like to drink my dessert unless it's a milkshake, you know. But it's really good. The vanilla one, I can't speak for the regular. Just a little info. 230 calories, no fat, 140 sodium, 63 grams of carbs, and it's all sugar. Protein 0. Yeah. Okay. So, what about caffeine content? 77 milligrams. Is that more than regular? Does anyone know? I'm curious. Probably not. I don't think it's supposed to be extra caffeine. Alright, so I recommend give it a try. I got it at Stop and Shop supermarket. They had it both in the little, you know, refrigerator my wife, 35, and I, 34, have decided to be foster parents after not being able to have children. Our current foster child, Hope, is 15 and Jewish. We're Christian. My wife is really committed to her faith and won't hesitate to push it onto others. The past week, my wife would put crosses up in her room when Hope is elsewhere, and Hope would take them down after I apologize for her behavior. Hope hates confrontation and is a generally quiet girl. I have spoken to my wife about it privately, and she believes she is getting rid of the Jewishness. I don't like it, and I don't think it's right that she does this. When Sunday came, first Sunday that we've had her, my wife woke her up and demanded that she went to church with us. I heard this outside Hope's room, as our walls are not soundproof. Hope kept stammering, and I felt my wife was exploiting that. I stormed in and told my wife that she needs to respect Hope's religion. She looked shocked, as if she expected me to take her side. She stormed out of the room, grabbed clothes, took one of our cars, and is currently staying at my mother-in-law's house. My wife is furious at me, and my in-laws think I'm wrong. I'm not sure about it. Okay. I think that most of us would agree that his wife is the a-hole. Big time, in a big way. No doubt. And like they said, they're not in the US, okay, but I would think that in the US, this would be something that the foster parent agency would tell you you can't do. I don't know, because I've never been involved in it, but especially if she is 15 and Jewish, trying to take the Jewishness out of her would be a big no-no. I mean, am I right? Or am I wrong? She's not one, you know, she already has been a certain religion for 15 years. You cannot just try to take it from her and force her to take your own. It's totally ridiculous and horrible. Like, what the heck? Plus, you're not adopting her. I mean, maybe you hope to, but you're a foster parent. So, you know, like, if you were adopting her, you could talk to her and say, what do you think about this? You know, this is our religion. We feel very deeply about it. Do you feel very deeply about your own religion? Would you their children on the bounce house. Can you imagine? What? He's like, my son is in there. I'm watching my son on the bounce house. How freaking rude. Did nobody ever think that a man can watch his child? You have to be a mother. I mean, it was a weekend. He was so, like, insulted. But, what are you gonna do? Anyway, back to what we were doing. Crazy stuff. best friend either, because clearly he told his best friend to come meet them there. You know, I think that's what she said. Like, he saw the best friend earlier and he told the friend, you want to come hang out? We're going to this bar tonight, me and my wife. So the husband was clueless. But it's not really the best friend's fault, so he shouldn't be made to feel awkward. But, you know, I mean, you can't expect people to read your mind, and maybe the husband really had no idea what she had intended. You know, if she didn't say anything beforehand, you know, made an issue of it, like, oh, I can't wait for our, you know, date night, we haven't been alone in so long, blah, blah, blah. I guess he didn't think much of it, you know. So, it's just one of those unfortunate situations where they didn't understand each other's intentions, so I don't think she's the a-hole. I just think it's a learning experience. And next time she'll have to be very clear about it. But what do you guys think? I mean, it's not like a serious transgression. Am I the a-hole for asking my dad's girlfriend to wear a bra around the house? My dad's girlfriend lives with us along with my siblings. It's my dad's house and she moved in. I, 18, male, have noticed that she sometimes doesn't wear a bra around the house. It makes me uncomfortable. I asked her if she could wear a bra because it makes me uncomfortable. She responded with no, because it's her house too. I don't think what I asked is too much to ask. Am I the a-hole? Well, he was already voted the a-hole by the people. Like, it's already been decided. But is he? Should she do that with like an 18-year-old boy there who's not her actual son? You know, I wouldn't. Nope. I would definitely not. Like, if I did want to go around with no bra, I would make sure I was wearing like a dark colored t-shirt or something, you know. I wouldn't want him to notice it. You know, it's just not right. I mean, if it's like your own kids and whatever, they just have to deal with it, you know. But I feel like this is an 18-year-old kid who she's not related to. She shouldn't be walking around like that. So I don't know. Like, she shouldn't do it, but then again, should he say something or should he just deal with it? And that's the other thing. Like, I get it that she probably shouldn't do that, but he shouldn't really say anything either, because that implies that he's looking. I don't know. Maybe you should just let it go. Like, don't sweat the small stuff. It's not that big of a deal. Just don't look. You know? Or maybe he should have spoken to his dad and asked him to say something, although that might not have gone down too well either. Only in America though, right? This wouldn't be an issue in Europe, probably. Alright. Am I the a-hole for turning off aunt's internet? Me, 23, male, and my aunt, 43, female, live in a house owned by my mom. We're supposed to both pay my mom rent and split the utilities, but she acts like she can't do anything. And if she isn't constantly asked for money, doesn't pay her half, making my mom pay it. We had a deal where she helps me pay for the internet and I give her access. But as I said, if I didn't keep coming for the money, she wouldn't pay, and I don't like doing that, so I stopped asking. For whatever reason, she keeps cat's mad and hasn't come back, and my sister called me and said I'm abusing her by making her sit in her room without internet. Edit, it seems I didn't explain. I turned off the internet because it's the only thing I have to hold over my aunt about letting the cats out. It would be nice if she paid, but that's secondary. One of my cats is scared, easy, and hides when scared. If he ever got out, I have low hopes of ever finding him alive. Well, that's a mess. I don't understand why the aunt is letting the cats out. Like, she just doesn't, she's not careful. Like, is that what they mean? Like, when she opens the door, she doesn't, like, block it so they don't run out, or she's specifically letting them out, like you'd let a dog out or something, you know, what's the deal? And she told her not to let the cats out, but she still does it. So she's punishing her by not letting her use the internet. Oh wait, it's not a she, it's a he, right? It's a man. Yeah, 23 man, okay. I mean, it's unfortunate that they are living together. That's a bad situation, because obviously this aunt is not a very respectful person, you know. She doesn't pay her half unless you ask her. She lets the cat out when she's been told not to. You're not gonna change her. But do you have to pay her internet? No, you don't. I don't know. If I were him, I'd try to move out. I mean, but that's not very realistic in today's day and age. I know it's so expensive. That's rough. I don't really have the answer. I mean, I don't think that he's an a-hole for, you know, changing the password on the internet when he is paying for it and she is disrespecting him and his wishes and putting his cats or cat in danger. Maybe she'll listen now. But yeah, it's a sticky situation. Alright, let's do one more. Am I the a-hole for telling my mom to just stop coughing? I know this sounds horrible, but here's the backstory. I, 15 male, have pretty bad allergies and were just recently diagnosed. My mom, the entire time before I was diagnosed, was sure I was faking. She even got mad at me for faking being sick to stay home. My allergies are all in my throat, so the coughing makes my throat and chest feel like hell. Before allergy meds, I had 3 COVID tests, a strep throat test, and was put on steroids, and I had a chest x-ray, and I also have an inhaler. Anyway, after a month of not being at school, she was livid at me. Her and my father told me hundreds of times, just don't cough, hold it in, and don't cough. I tried that, I did, but every time it failed. They tell me off for coughing, so anyway. Recently, my mom got COVID. She has the cough and cold. She snaps at me whenever I do something because I need to take care of her, yada yada yada. I don't have a single problem with her being sick. I'm actually pretty sympathetic. But I was done with her constantly snapping at me, so I turned to her, looked at her in the eyes, and told her, hey, just stop coughing. She yelled and screamed at me, and then yelled because the previous yelling made her throat hurt. Am I the a-hole? You are not the a-hole, but you So it was kind of just funny and ironic that when his mother was sick, he said to her, just don't cough. And she's like, hey, you know, that's rude, blah, blah, blah. That's the end of it. Like, there's nothing more to say. Like, it's done. Like, you have to write to Reddit and find out if you're the a-hole. Like, you're not. It's not a big deal. Okay? You were just being, like, funny, you know, throwing it back at her. Now, if he went on to say, and now she wants